Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Gold Rush Hard Mode series. I didn't quite get the hog pan done today, but I did say I was going to keep these to 12-hour days and only go into daylight and start to get dark. But we skipped an hour today. That's normally I'd stop at 6 or 1800, but we skipped an hour, so we're going to go to 1900. But I need to do a clean out before I sleep, so need to get that done, and so we're going to go a little bit over 1900. But that's how we're going to start this episode, doing this clean out, and then on day 3 I'm going to finish the hog pan. So you get a couple back-to-back clean outs, but the next one will be small. But I'm going to get started here, so need to turn this generator on. I already dumped 4 buckets in there. We got quite a few here. 20, 5, 7, plus the 4 in there, 31 buckets. So let's get. It's gonna be hard to do this when I keep falling in the hole. Let's get moving. I had to move the wave table and I had to move stuff, so hoses, cords, and stuff like that to get to the dig. Doesn't know if I can ounce a bucket so far. There you go. It's definitely not as good as I was hoping. 31 buckets. Let's see if we get 31 ounces, though. You never know. But yeah. Forgot to turn it on, didn't I? Yep. Water's frozen over again. Honestly, it was frozen more today than it was thawed. Just thawed. But still, the water was frozen more than it was thawed, so it's kind of annoying, really. It's going to be a problem later on, especially when we get to tier 3. 'This is annoying. I've got 15 ounces. It's getting better. Sad that I'm actually more excited for the magnetite than the gold at this point. I know we got enough to go to tier 2 now. So we could just jump straight to it, but I'm going to finish this a little bit here. I don't want to leave it undone. Five ounces so far. Ooh, 17-ounce bucket. Now we're getting there. That's what I like to see. More of those, please. $17. 17, yeah. Liking this. Makes up for all those 12s and 13s. Ounce bucket. Nice. That's the biggest one we've had so far. No. I'm going to remember to shut off the pumps and the generator this time so I don't burn all that fuel. And I didn't even look at the magnetite in that one. I wish there was a way to keep those things up on screen longer, you know? There ought to be an adjustment for how long it stays on the screen. 17 ouncer. Twelve ounces and counting. Okay. 3 branches in the way. Ooh, 17 ouncer. These are looking pretty good. We're definitely going to hit our 31 ounces. Well, if this keeps up anyway. I don't know how the hog pan works. I mean, obviously the gold's different in different spots. I just don't know which spots are which. I don't do the one at a time bucket thing like some people do, but I just don't have the patience for all that. I mean, it takes long enough to clean up as it is, right? Imagine if I did every one of these in one bucket at a time. Boy, and we just broke 20. I like it. Day one, I think we had 33 ounces out of the hog pan. We'll see what we have today, and then I'll keep track of what we got tomorrow so we know how much exactly we put in the hog pan. I like it. But 19.68, that's a good one. Almost seems like the farther we get away from the hog pan, the better it's getting, actually. Maybe that's the way it works. Who knows? Oh, a 20 ouncer. Nice. You don't you don't really see numbers on hardware. You don't see numbers like that in tier two, so that's pretty good. Should have started digging over here, right? Another 20 ouncer. 21 ouncer. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if you guys are digging hog pan, start on this side. That's where all the gold is, apparently. 23. Yeah, we already hit our 31 ounces. Good deal. Well above an ounce a bucket now. 24. Yeah, the closer we're getting to over here, the better it's getting. 24. 10% magnetite out of this one cleanup. 18 out of a bucket that's only three-quarter full. I like it. I like it a lot. See, we did. I can't remember how many we did earlier. 10 ounces maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, the claim owner is going to take his third 30% or whatever it is. Almost a 38 ounce. Like out of 31 buckets, 37.8. Good deal. Cut that off. This one off. Okay, gotta shut this one off. All right, so it's 9 o'clock, and like I said, we skipped an hour earlier today, so this is 24 hours of game time. Now I did, obviously I got a little bit more to do over here, but I also did drill the whole claim, plus I drove around and got a bunch of story pages, just needed breaks from digging the hog pan, so. But I did think I'd be done with the hog pan by the end of the day too, and I'm not, so slacking a little bit. Well, let's check and see how much the claim loader is going to take. Till dawn. Took 16.52. Jerk. So 55 today, 33 yesterday. That's 88 so far. So it's right around, I'm guessing right around 100 ounces in the hog pan. It's not bad. Okay, we're going to finish this, but I won't make you guys watch me dig. But I'm going to finish the hog pan, and then I'll come back and we'll do another little cleanup of whatever's left in here. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we're back, and I finally finished the hog pan area. So it is done. Now there's still a little bit of dirt under the ground in places, so I didn't completely clean it out, but it's pretty much done. But we got another, let's see, 4 in here, 5, 6, 7 buckets. So we're going to do that, clean up real quick, and then we'll go get our tier 2. Got to turn the generator on. Let's see. Now, hog pan. So, if I had not bought the magnetite separator, and not bought the magnetite trailer, and not bought the water trailer, I could have did maybe half of this and been in tier 2 already. So, but then later on I'd actually have to, buy all this stuff, and I'd be in tier 2 longer. So, I'm hoping this cuts down on the grind. So yeah, I could have got through this faster, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and so could you, but yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. This is the cheapest digging you're ever going to do. It costs like next to nothing in diesel to do this, and you get all this stuff before you get into the tier 2 grind. Which to me just makes tier 2 grind less. Tier 2 grind is honestly just terrible. So is the hog pan grind, but I think tier 2 grind is probably the worst. Get all our buckets over here. We're going to be moving all this stuff anyway. Clean up as we go, I guess. And the pay is definitely better back here. So, actually, if you were just going to do half the hog pan, start back here. This is definitely your best goal to get you out of the hog pan the fastest. Started that. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in real life, so I got one more day after this to play, and then I don't know when I'll have time to play again. It might be Christmas even by the time I get time to play again. So I don't know. I haven't uploaded any of these episodes yet, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, I'm going to can a lot of these episodes before I upload any of them, or until I run out of hard drive space. But my point is, I don't know when I'll be able to play again. This is a series that's probably going to take, several months to even a year to actually complete. So that's why I'm canning several of the original episodes, so you guys don't have to wait, months on a time in between episodes. Man, this pay is, I know it sounds crazy to be, hoping for like 1.5 ounces a bucket, but, this early in the game, this is definitely the best pay. I will say that, like, if I had not bought the water trailer, it would be like day 4, 5, maybe even 6 by the time I got this hog pan area cleaned out. So that water trailer was like, I mean, you don't have to have it. You could just wait for the water to unfreeze every time. But man, it's handy. 7 buckets. I wonder what we'll end up with out of 7 buckets. Seven buckets of tier 2. We're probably only going to get maybe 2 ounces a bucket if we're lucky. So it'd be like 14 ounces. That's the other thing. Tier 2 doesn't pay that well. At least it never did before. I don't know. Maybe they buffed it or something. I really don't know. Let's take that to stop at. 11.7 out of 7 buckets. So a little bit less than we can get in tier 2, but still not bad. And tier 2 probably will take about the same amount of time. Not really. I mean, tier 2 is faster, but the gold recovery rate on tier 2 is really pretty bad. Well, I went through all these jerry cans of fuel. We'll leave that pump on so this thing can keep filling up. But that's, I mean, this never even filled up because we were frozen so much that, you know, it was using almost as much as I was putting in it. Okay, all of this is going to have to be moved, but we'll do that later. Right now, let's head to town, smelt our gold, and get our tier 2 set up. Dump off our magnetite. I'm hoping we have enough for an upgrade now, at least the little upgrade. Yeah, we have just enough for the little upgrade. So the hog pen area gets you the reduced smelting cost. Standing there watching the door has to be about the most boring thing you can do in this game. But first, let's do our upgrade. Oops. It's 1234, so it reduces the cost by 1,000. It doesn't say that, but it will reduce the cost of a 20-ounce bar by $1,000. This would actually save us. It would save gold loss would be cut in half, so we would only lose 1 ounce. So that would be $1,200. So it's worth more than this one, but we only have enough to do this one. How much is the next step? See, the next step is I don't know how much that would save us. I'd have to look. I think that'd only save us 500. So gold loss is definitely the first gold loss is definitely worth more than the second cost. And then we're going to want the max because after gold loss, though, we're going to want the max because we're not going to want to sit here and smelt bar after bar after bar. But then we'll just go down these trees. All right. Anyway, smelt. There we go. So it was $2,000 to smelt a bar. Now it's $993. Saves us a little over $1,000. All right, guys. We have an 18-ounce bar and an 11.2-ounce bar. We're in a good position. Not the best. It would be nice if the hog pan had enough gold in it to get everything we got, plus the big excavator. That would be really nice. Although I understand why they don't, but honestly, what would be nice is if we could use the mobile wash plant and the little excavator in the hog pan area. That would be really nice. Okay, 43 grand. Need a little excavator. How much is this today? Almost 19 grand. That went up a little bit. I can't remember what it was to begin with, but it's probably went up a little bit. And we want to buy it. Buy it. Then we have to transport it to the client. I'm going to do it with the mouse. I'm not used to the controller. All right, now we're down to 23 grand. Goes quick. The mobile wash plant, I'm going to grab another generator and another pump. I don't want to have to constantly switch between uh, gold cleanup and everything else for this. That's $7,000 now. Yeah, this went up too. All right, we're gonna want the mobile fuel trailer too. We'll have to make another trip back into town. I'll do that off camera. Another small diesel pump. Another generator. We'll need these, two of these, three of these, one of these, those. Let's see. Get three of these. I know I probably don't need that many, but I'm kind of planning for the future. Another one of those. So that should be everything we need. We got plenty of buckets. Another $13,000. Down to 10 grand. By the time I get fuel, we'll be broke again. I'll get this stuff loaded up and get everything to the claim. I'll get fuel and then I'll cut back in when we get to the claim. All right, guys, we're back on the claim, and I brought everything here. I filled up the excavator. I've started setting up a little bit for the gold clean out area. And let's see, I need to figure out where I'm gonna dig. So let's just look at the map here real quick. All right, so it really stinks. Our worst pay is up here because this is kind of where I want to start digging. I want to dig out this area. I want to leave here for a road. All this here, I want to leave for a road to get back here to the back of the claim. So we're gonna have to dig out this crap pay here. Uh, I want to do this smart, right? I want to do this with a plan. So the idea is when we get to tier 3, we're gonna have a parcel tier 3, and as much as I hate the front loader, we're gonna use the front loader. So and then it's hard to explain, but the bedrock drops down here really steep, and that's rough on the front loader to get it up and out of here. So as much of this as we dig out with the tier 2, the better. So we dig out the top of the tier 2, we come back and scrape the bottom with the front loader when we get to tier 3. But we're probably going to have to dig tier 2 all the way back here and down this part before we can even get enough money to get all that. So the idea is we get a partial tier 3, dig out all this bottom pay that little excavator can't reach with the front loader. And then hopefully by the time we get all this front or this bottom pay out, we'll be able to afford the big excavator and the dump truck and all that other stuff. Probably not going to work out that way, but it should be close, you know. But that's kind of the plan. But we have to start up here in this crap pay, which just really stinks. But we need to clear all this out. And like I said, just leave these here, these 2 rows here as a road. And then the rest of this we're going to dig out. And then that'll be the last stuff that we dig up when we have a full tier 3. All this. So, but all of this other stuff we can just dig. But that's the idea, so I want to start down here somewhere. So I'm going to highlight these. Where I want to start digging. Where it'll let me highlight. That's what we're going to start digging. Then we'll start digging these 3 also at some point. But I know it stinks to start in that crap pay, but that's where we're going to start. So that's the plan there. That's where we're going to start digging, though. Actually, let's get the excavator out here, so we'll figure out where to put the plant here in a minute. It's been a long time since I used the excavator. Okay. Eventually, when I get another water trailer, I want to set up the gold room in there. But until I get another water trailer, that's a long way away. So I'm going to set it up down here where most people do it, down here at the bottom of the where the plant's going to go. Started setting that up. I ran the line back there. This little excavator so slow. There's such a small arm too. Scratch up all this stuff. Okay, so everything here. And not quite. There we go. All right. You really don't want to have to swing this thing too much, but we're going to set up our plant down here under this. So I know it's not the most efficient way to do it, but I don't want to do any more plant moves than I absolutely have to. Okay. Thank you. Shut this off. I didn't. Oops. All right, something else too. I forgot to hook this up when I ran the water line back here. We got to move all this other stuff up here. We got quite a bit to do. Uh, there, so this is still going to be our main water pump. Still going to be feeding this trailer, but it's set up so we can reach as far back as possible with it. This pump and generator is going to be for our cleanup area. Stretch this out pretty good to get it to reach all the way back here. From here, out to that water trailer. That way, when the stream dries up, we can still keep running. Close enough. Go to the end. Stuff to come out, but let's see what else. I'm here. I'm gonna grab this bucket. As long as you put anything in this wash plant, it won't move. So there, see, like just putting a bucket in there locks that in place. Putting that hose on there locks that trailer in place. Get the idea? It on purpose, right? You saw that. All right, so let's start this pump. Keep that thing filling. So we still need all this stuff. Moving stuff around takes quite a bit of time in this game. I don't really notice this as you're setting it up the first time, but as you do this over and over and over again, it takes quite a while to move everything around, get everything where you want it. Try to do as little of that as possible, but you got to do it sometimes. That's why I was saying I don't want to move the plant any more than I have to, you know. It takes a long time to swing that bucket all the way around. You don't get the great yardage that you want, but you know, you don't have to move the plant as often. Kind of a trade-off. Don't get me wrong, I could just bring my gold over here to clean it up the whole time and not have to move this, but a little nicer to get it out here in the open. Fit everything? I don't know if you guys heard that. My stomach's growling. I'm gonna take a break and eat here soon. Uh, okay. Get this down here on semi-level ground. That'll work. Good. I know this is going to be in the way when we set the plant, but by the time we actually set this tier 3 plant, I actually want to have that moved into that room over there. That's the idea. Generator's going to be for our plant. Guess it hooks up on the other side. Yeah, it does. Alright. Just have a little water output. Guess not. It's 4. I had 2 of these water boxes. I hope I didn't forget to buy one. Big water hose. There's my water splitter. No, I'm jumping back and forth, but I'll figure out where I actually need this stuff. Our clean out area done. Okay, so I need a big hose for out there. I got one over here in this garage. Need a small hose. There. Need a big water hose, okay? All the rest of the stuff is just extra. Put jerry cans out here. I got enough jerry cans? Not sure. I don't like I have to move around the field too much. I can't tell. I like to just dig, dig, dig. By the way, we had our first breakdown. I had to put a water filter, one of these, on our water trailer pump. Did have our first breakdown. Should have caught that on camera, but I didn't. Aside from this, I think we just need to gather up our buckets. Get a few for now, I'll get the rest later. Don't remember turning on the lights, but whatever. Yeah, we just need a big one on the out. Do this. Start this. Yeah. This. Our water, yep. Start digging. Yes, I know it will tear up my teeth. %. And I already missed the big excavator. Start digging right here to start. Why is it showing as there's no bucket in there? I guess just had to turn it on. That would make sense. Like I said, normally you wouldn't want to turn like this, but you know, you'd want to just stay as close to it as possible and get more yardage. But right here to start, you know, kind of just doing what we have to do. But we are going to want every scrap of pay on this claim, you know, like this entire claim has to be dug out. We need to get a full tier 3 setup and make enough money off of this claim to also lease the next claim. Which sounds like, you know, should be easy, but if unless they change something in hard mode that I don't know about, it's not. You basically just barely get it done. moves so slow. Even the arm moves. Well, that's right. There's no worker in it, so the hydraulics. Yeah, if you get a worker for the excavator, the hydraulics move faster, so you swing faster. I forgot about, how slow this is without the worker. Oh, and that front loader. I hate the front loader anyway. Front loader without a worker is rough too. I believe I'm gonna have to look into it for sure, but I believe we need about 350 ounces to get a partial tier 3 plant set up. Like 2 to 3 ounces a bucket. That's gonna take a while. A lot of digging in this little excavator. Digging. And for the next 50 hours or so, all we have to do look forward to is running this tier 2 and fixing breakdowns when they happen. As far as tier 3, the whole point of tier 2 is to get to tier 3. But as far as tier 3, I'm going to be looking out for sales and stuff. And if there's a good sale that comes up or something for a piece of tier 3, and I actually have the money at the time, I'll grab it. But otherwise, I'm going to, once we get the ounces that we need to get there, I'm going to start skipping days, getting the workers I need, getting to the end of the season, so that I can buy the stuff when it's cheap. Prompt telling me to find a better place to dig. That's annoying, but we're going to be seeing that a lot for a while here. Alright, guys, that's tier 2 up and running. My stomach is growling, telling me it's time to eat, so I'm going to end this episode here and go make some dinner. But we'll probably start up the next episode right where we left off here and grind out some tier 2 for a while. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.